from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. This is the National Football League. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Can I get it over there?
Oh, damn. Y'all about to use the heater now?
Don't break my heater.
Damn. We're going to go after everything. That's what we putting on them pictures. We're going to fuck with everything. Okay, man.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Comes off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He finds Bateman over to Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. First carry down for Justice Hill. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. first and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. Well, all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Throwing is Williams. Caught by Allen.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Just past him at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's the option. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 9. From the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. And they'll try to run the option here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rushed decisions or another turnover.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Jackson. He'll fight Bateman once more. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a 2nd and 6. Inside handoff, Henry. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. We'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A 4-receiver set here.
Man, y'all fighting, man? What the fuck?
To throw, it's Williams. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. That'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
with a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. First down carry for Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Henry up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Williams. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Jackson. Into space at the 45, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now a handoff to Henry. Nifty move, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Carry now for Derrick Henry. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, here's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Off the play fake, it's Williams. They'll roll him out right. Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. On first and 10, it's Williams. A pass complete to Adunze. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's Williams. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Williams on first and 10. Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Second and 7. On the option to give to Swift here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. To the air, Williams. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Roma Dunze.
Yeah, they're rushing out anymore.
4 yards out. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort in there.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again to Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Again, it's Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll run. It's Henry. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Up the middle. It's Hill. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A give up the gun to Hill. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 14 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception.